Hello, welcome to Soil Talk. Should you use blanket fertilizer recommendations or general recommendations when you're just starting out with cropping for income generation? Well, the short answer to that is a strong no. Now in this video, I will show you how following blanket recommendations could be shattering your dreams of making a profit. So the first reason is that blanket fertilizer recommendations are not accurate. They were developed 50 years ago in the 1970s using limited rainfall data and limited soil fertility data. Now they were mainly designed for farmers without access to soil fertility testing services, and by nature they are not the best that a farmer can use in order to make a decision on how much fertilizers to apply. Ever since their development 50 years ago, they've not been updated despite research data piling up. So there's been changes in the soil fertility status of regional soils, and there's also been changes in the rainfall patterns and distribution. In fact, when it comes to rainfall, several researchers have recommended that the Zimbabwe agroecological regions be reclassified because they no longer reflect agroclimatic potential on the ground. And so the basis on which these blanket fertilizer recommendations are made is now off. In most cases, farmers are applying less than they need to get optimum yields, or in another case, they're applying more than they need, and they end up wasting fertilizers and doing harm to the environment. For instance, when it comes to blanket fertilizer recommendations for tobacco, they are best on the poorest soils, which means that generally farmers will apply more than they need for optimum yields, and they end up wasting money and resources. So the fourth and final reason is that they reduce chances that your fertilizers actually work. This is because blanket fertilizer recommendations lead to unbalanced application of soil nutrients. This creates soil nutrient deficiencies, which become limiting for crop growth, which means that whatever amount of fertilizers you are applying, because of certain soil nutrient deficiencies, crop growth is limited. This results in your applied fertilizers having less efficiency. Getting a soil fertility test would easily pinpoint on the problem that you need to deal with. So you can see from these reasons that following blanket fertilizer recommendations might actually do more harm than good. You might end up losing more money when you compromise on your yields. Get your soils analyzed for how fertile they are and get soil fertilizer recommendations. There are many players in Zimbabwe who can test your soils and give you fertilizer recommendations. Now in the next video, I will show you how to properly collect soil samples for soil fertility analysis.